Afternoon, everybody. Mr. Nationwide here. So anyway, today's vlog, I'm just going a little review about the four-wheel trail riding video that I had from yesterday. Well, anyway, like I said, it was over by Rockcord Road and New Hope Road. Yeah, so I saw a video of it on YouTube, of course. And there were some guys in ATVs going there and Jeeps going there, and then there was some rock crawling and stuff like that. So anyway, it was fun, you know, because it kind of reminds me where I grew up at with vacant lots like that. That looks like desert land. I mean, it looks like I was in the desert, but it wasn't so hot, so that was good. But anyway, I went up a steep hill, and I had in 4 high, so the trucks, I mean, the Yukon didn't have any problem going up the hill. But once I reached on the top, anyway, I stepped down and look, and it looks like a cliff on one side. I'm thinking, well, I can't make it all the way down there. I could probably walk down there on foot safely, but I'm not going down there in the truck, so I had to back up, turn around, back up, turn around. You know, I had to back up and then go around, pull up and stuff. You know, there was a, what you call you know, straw. It looks like straw. Very tall straw. So anyway, once I got out, you know, where I saw it from, you know, there was like a little, well, it was an asphalt driveway. It had rocks. I was able to make it through the rocks. There was a cop there. Yeah, from the Raleigh Police Department, so obviously somebody called him up. So he stopped anyway. I let the truck run, so I had the truck in park. So anyway, well, I just been professional with the cop. And I said, oh, hey, sir, how you doing? What seems to be the problem? And he said, well, we got a call here about you going off road in private property. So you're trespassing. Oh, trespassing? Oh, I didn't even know it was private property. I didn't see any signs saying that. And he said, there's been some people, you know, taking signs down to make it look like it was all right to go through the trail, and that's why they had rocks there, and they just moved them, a few of them out of the way for enough for a car to make it through and stuff. And then there was also no dumping signs. And then, you know, he has some questions like, was I littering, or, you know, was I shooting anything? You know, like, because there's some guys, you know, the guns, you know, practicing their rounds out there, you know, their guns. And me personally, you know, it's just that my dad knows somebody, you know, had some land that gave us permission to, you know, shoot for guns there. Or I go to an indoor shooting range. And I said to the cop, no, I wouldn't do that anyway. I mean, I just got a new transfer case a couple weeks ago. Just want to try it out and such. And, you know, I got the 2-inch leveling kit and just determined if it was a good trail or not. And he said, oh, well, at least you're honest, but let me see your license and registration. And I said, I had no problem. So anyway, I had my hands on the steering wheel, of course, to remain calm. So I told him, my registration's in the glove box. And he said, sure, get it. Yeah, because, you know, if I just went and reached there without, you know, him saying that, he'd probably pull out his gun to shoot me. Yeah, I don't want to be shot at by a cop. I'm not saying he's crooked, you know, he's been called there, you know, it's not like he did for no reason. So, anyway, I was just sitting in the truck, you know, thinking if he's going to give me a ticket, or if he's going to charge me with a fine, or if he's going to arrest me on the spot. So he came out, and I said, so what's the verdict? Am I in trouble or anything? And he said, no, I'm just going to let you off with a warning, you know, just, you know, at least you're honest, but the reason why I had it is private property, of course. And, you know, the people who own it, you know, they don't like the people, you know, they don't like anybody going there, because every time they go through there, you know, there's a problem, like where they're littering. He said somebody abandoned a boat there. And I said, a boat? Oh, that's a stupid place to do that. So just sell the boat. And I said to him, it looks like a good spot for, you know, a neighborhood or a shopping center. And he said that they were going to put, like, you know, Walmart there, but a lot of people voted out on that. And I said, there's not even enough Walmarts in this area, but, you know, I see what you mean. Yeah, so, you know, he let me off the hook. You know, he was a nice officer, you know, doing his job. I didn't have no problem. You know, I didn't back talk him or being smart, you know, for him to get me in court, you know, and stupid shit, and I didn't fight my way out. You know, unlike these other people who get a bad idea of cops. Because, you know, he's doing his job. You know, you gotta remain calm, so he'll trust you enough to let you go with a warning. If you act like an asshole to him, yeah, of course, he's gonna fucking arrest you. You know, it's a non-compliance to an officer or disobedience, insubordination, whatever you call it. So anyway, right now, see, I'm back in Raleigh. I found this car wash, like just down the road from the trail. It has one of those bristle brushes, just enough to get the mud off the wheel wells. Because every time I go in one of these car washes, you know, that brush was washing, didn't get everything off, especially if I got an undercarriage wash. Then I had to get a pressure wash for that. You know, and I have my good shoes on, so I'm not going to get that wet. I was thinking if I had rubber galoshes, I wouldn't mind. But I don't have them right now. So anyway, I mean, the police officer's doing his job, you know, this Raleigh's finest. You know, because I never had a problem with Raleigh police officers. Guard cops, not so bad. I mean, for a southern town and a southern city, you know, cops are, you know, less corrupt. But up in the Northeast and Midwest, you know, you got some corrupt officials there. The Great Plains, not so bad. So anyway, we're just in Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, as we call it, MLK Boulevard, or Marty King Boulevard, Dr. King Boulevard. Yeah, you got like a electrical power station there, substation. And you got East Street. Yeah, but this is sort of a bad area, like a couple blocks down. You know, there's some people selling drugs and shit. And I believe the ghetto might be towards probably the other side of that substation. And then, well, other people call it the hood, probably a mile down. I mean, the car wash is like down the corner on the same road. See, it turns into a Pool Road, and then I had to go down New Hope Road, and that's where the car wash is at. It's on Exxon. So I haven't been back here in a while. I mean, a couple people I worked with at Sam's Club, they live like towards the area down there. But I'm thinking, well, they could have at least got a better house in a better area. The money they're making. Yeah. I was thinking if I hit the lottery, you know, I'll buy a house the first thing. Buy a good house in Garner, or maybe a good house in North Raleigh. Well, a good part of the city where you don't have the code enforcement officials, you know, bugging you. In Canada, it's even worse. They even call them bylaw officers. Yeah, trespassing your private property, so tell you what you can and cannot have. Oh yeah, and usually there's some bad drivers in this area. Yeah, a couple people ran a red light and shit. And then one guy, you know, couldn't keep the wheels steady and then just almost hit another car on the side. Yeah, that was fucking stupid. So anyway, here's Rock Quarry Road. You know, you go probably 6 miles down that way. That's where the trail begins at. And then inside New Hope Road. But that's such a long way to get there anyway. Then you got Raleigh Boulevard. Well, on this side of Raleigh Boulevard coming up in that corner, there used to be Kroger, another supermarket. But they closed that down for some reason. I guess they didn't have enough money in that area. They just moved out, so they got Rose's, another store. They had I believe they had a gas station too. Yeah, I used to ride the transit bus up and down this area. Yeah, it just took forever getting to downtown anyway. But if you go to Newburn Avenue, like a few miles down, that took forever. There's so many stops there. Plus, it's in a bad area, so that's why I didn't go in that area. So this way is a lot faster and it was less stops. But what I didn't like, you know, going through this neighborhood, like riding down there. Another guy I worked with in Sam's School lived in that neighborhood. You know, it's where you catch the buses at. And I was thinking, that's kind of dumb having a transit bus going through a residential neighborhood. Instead of just, you know, walk over to the main road and went 2 or 3 blocks down and you catch the bus from there. The problem is that bus is taking up a lot of space while, you know, driving through. So anyway, that's probably all for today on the driving vlog. You know, just going through Raleigh to get to the car wash. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Next video, we might be at the NC Auto Expo. They have a classic car show. We're in Dorton Arena. So we're going to go there Saturday. I was thinking about going today, but they didn't have anything going on today. But Saturday for sure, after I get off, meet up over there. So we'll see you then. Later.